Now, I don't normally talk about end of times prophecies, but listen to this if you're curious about when the world will end and Jesus will conquer the earth. According to the book of Matthew, but the day and the hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So if you come across somebody telling you that it's next Saturday, or possibly in 5 years' time, they're spoofing you. They're probably a scammer. Well, I say probably they are a scammer. If a preacher tells you something different than what's in scripture, then they're a scammer. What's very important is the gospel needs to be preached to all nations. So the end of times isn't coming now because the gospel isn't being preached in all nations. Communist China, Christianity is pretty much banned, but the gospel is being preached there, or it's being shared there, so it is not yet a Christian nation. So when China becomes a Christian nation, hold on to your hats, the rapture is coming. And there's a few communist nations, and of course we have the Islamic nations, which I don't normally care about, but if they were Christian, our lives would be better. Now, a problem. Some Christians have a problem with Jews. They're like, why don't the Jews rejected Christ, and therefore we must mean to be Jews? About the book of John and Matthew say that we're supposed to be friends with Jews. So the disciples complained about Jews because the disciples were Jews. Jesus was a Jew. The New Testament was written by Jews. Christianity is a Jewish sect. So it makes sense that Jews are complaining about Jews. So Book of Romans says, a partial hardening has come upon Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in, and so Israel will be saved. So you don't need to worry about converting Jews to Christianity because it's the Gentiles we have to convert first. So, I mean, I have Jewish ancestry from Jerusalem. I'm not really considered to be part of that tribe. I am a Gael. But Irish flag, my Irish is better than my Hebrew and my Aramaic. My goal is to preach the Bible to Irish people, and particularly to get Irish people to give up terrorism and read the Bible instead. So we have to spread the Bible across the world before the end of times happens, or else the end of times won't happen. And I'm very chilled. I can wait for the end of times. I don't mind. Yeah, so if you're Jewish and you're watching this and you're like, why do people from these countries hate us? Well, I'm sorry. Unfortunate for you guys, Jerusalem will be trampled by the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles is fulfilled. This is a Luke. So for Jewish people, your lives will be better off if Ireland becomes Christian again and Europe becomes Christian again, and then Europeans will actually be nicer to you. So it's in your interest to promote Christian culture. Now, where it gets started getting freaky deaky is when you get, let's try and pronounce this word, Thessalonians. I've been to Thessaloniki, so it's not too strange. The Thessalonians, the man of lawlessness, okay, the Antichrist, who is going to lead an army against Jesus. Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will come unless the rebellion comes first and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction who exalts himself against every so-called god or object of worship, so he takes his seat in the temple of God. So, what is strange about this is that ChatGPT threw an error. I wouldn't go into further detail on who the man of lawlessness is. That is the first time I've been using ChatGPT for Bible translations and stuff like that. You can actually have a conversation about the Bible with ChatGPT, but it's throwing an error that somewhere in its model design spec has thrown an error, has seen that talking about revealing the man of lawlessness has caused an error. So, that freaky dicky is the man of lawlessness an engineer? Working for an AI company? I don't know. Sometimes AI can be a bit chaotic. I had much difficulty last night uh, doing some Bible stuff with AI. So maybe the man of lawlessness is AI. Now, I'm not saying AI is the man of lawlessness, but that is a bit suspicious. Let me tell you who is not the man of lawlessness. Donald Trump and myself are not the man of lawlessness because we are revealed. And there might be lots of people in society you could point to, oh, that man is very, very anti-God, very anti-religion. There's many Irish politicians that are very anti-Christian, anti-Jewish. But the Bible needs to be spread across the world. So we've experienced a dip in Christianity over the past few decades. There's now a Christian revival. If Christianity spreads across all nations, maybe not everyone needs to be Christian, but has to be spread across all nations, then the man of lawlessness will come to denounce Christianity. Maybe he'll be a Muslim, maybe he'll be a communist, or maybe someone working for an AI company. So there you go. So that's my take on the end of times. Don't worry about it. Spread the Bible across Ireland first, then the world. No, be nice to Jews. And yeah, why are the AI companies against Jesus?